Yeah, definitely. Hold on, the music just paused. There we go, sorted. Yeah, okay, so next episode, episode 23. I've got more notes for this one, I think more stuff happens. So, Hashira meeting. Tanjiro is pinned by Obanai, but uses a breathing technique to break the ropes on his wrists and run to Nezuko. Gi grabs Obanai so he doesn't interfere any further. Tanjiro stops by the porch and calls out to her, knowing that he can't interfere directly. Nezuko remembers her family and controls her instincts, looking away from Sanemi, shocking him. The Master takes that as proof that she can be trusted, and Sanemi stops. The Master tells Tanjiro that there are likely others in the corps who, even after this, cannot accept Nezuko. So the Master tells him and Nezuko to go out and defeat demons and prove themselves, and Tanjiro declares the siblings will defeat Kibutsuji. Though the Master gently points out that he's so ill-equipped he better start with a 12 moon, embarrassing him. Though the Hashiras warm up to him some, admiring his spirit. Two Kakushi take Nezuko, again in a box, and Tanjiro to the Kocho mansion, another butterfly mansion. Tanjiro tries to come back to headbutt Sanemi for stabbing Nezuko, one for each time when he stabbed Nezuko, but Moichiro knocks him down with 3 well-placed pebble strikes to the head, informing him that he must not interrupt the Master. He's taken away again. As he leaves, the Master tells Tanjiro to give Tamayo his regards, making Tanjiro realise he knows that there are good demons. At the Butterfly Manor, the Kakushi look for someone to ask permission to enter and find Kanao, a Tsuguko, which is a swordsman trained by a Hashira. When they ask permission, she smiles but doesn't speak, confusing them. A girl appears and interrupts them and escorts them into the infirmary. In it we have Zenitsu whining about the bitter medicine he must take to regrow his limbs, still deformed from the venom. Zenitsu and Tanjiro happily greet each other, and Zenitsu points out Inosuke silently laying in a bed next to him. Tanjiro is relieved that he survived, and Inosuke hoarsely says not to worry, his voice damaged from the wounds he was given by father. He's depressed and apologises for being so weak. Nezuko is given a room of her own and she only makes it part of the way out of a box before falling asleep. Tanjiro affirms his promise to turn her into a human. The Hashira, meanwhile, resume their meeting. The demons are in an active phase right now, and the corps needs to recruit new members and train them. Smart Nataguma made it clear that the caliber of non-Hashira has plummeted. It's difficult to recruit in this era though, because as many don't believe demons exist, and the more humans there are, the less unified they become. Only those who have lost loved ones to demons, or those descending from the demon slayers, are joining the corps. The Master believes Rui's drastic actions confirm Kibutsuji is nowhere nearby, as whenever he wants to hide something, he creates a diversion somewhere else that can't be ignored. After everyone leaves, the Master vows that they will bring Kibutsuji down without fail. And breathe. Episode 23. Complete. So, good episode. The boys got back together. It had everything. It had Nezuko. It had people wanting to kill Muzan, being best boy. Yeah. Boy. So yeah, had everything. It's great. So, anyone got anything they liked about the episode? Of course. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think it shows like how he's having to lie to maintain their spirits at the same time. Because imagine if they find out that there are like groups of good demons, they're instead of just instead of just mindlessly killing demons like they are now, they go, oh, demon is bad, slice. Don't think about it. Like they would go, does this demon have the potential to be good and coexist? Which is yeah. But it's more mental, isn't it? So yeah, I liked the bit when Tanjiro broke out the ropes, because it's when like Shinobi was like, oh, if you use a breathing technique in that hold, your veins will explode, and he just uses one anyway and breaks out, and it's like, oh shit, he's gonna fucking get you now. He is the main character. But like, you could actually feel like he was panicking because he didn't want Nezuko to die. So he was like, she is best girl after all. Do you know when like they've left while Tanjiro has been like moved, and there's a bit where it's like, oh, what did you think of Tanjiro? And they're like, hey, yeah, he was actually all right. You know, he headbutted one of the current Astros and did some damage. I was like, I imagined in my head, it's like a thing. It's like you make like America's Got Talent, like Tanjiro's got talent. I like the image. So yeah. What? So the thing about when Oyakata-sama, I think that just literally means like master, is like, oh, you know, you've got to be respectful to the Hashira because not only are they more powerful than you, but they've all killed lower circle moons or lower moons. And I was like, but Tanjiro did that. I mean, okay, he did the majority of it. After he'd been worn down to fuck. Yeah, after he'd been fighting Tanjiro. It's like Goku coming in and Kamehameha-ing the guy in one hit. Like, yes, okay, you got the kill, but someone else did all the work. Mate, I'm gonna respectfully disagree on that front. I think Tanjiro pushed the guy to the edge. No, but no, I know he isn't at that level, but I feel like he should definitely be afforded a bit more respect. Yeah, fair. No, but Nezuko didn't really fight that guy too much, did she? But that's pretty much it. She stops him from dying once and used twice, which is a lot, but still. And I was like, yes, Tanjiro, fucking nut him. When he like runs back around the corner, I was like, I need to hit him. My sister like, yes, fucking do it, Tanjiro. It's just like pop, pop, pop. Let's get up, pop, 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 pop. And then yeah, and then when they're like running away, and like what the guy has Tanjiro on his back, and the one behind is just like the woman's just fucking lamping him. Like, just, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know who they are? They're really fucking important. You shouldn't do that shit. Then yeah, Best Boy was back. Lel. I put Lel. Kudere. This is a true Kudere. I put Lel Snot as well. Do you know when the masses? I also put Deep Voice What. Do you know when Ball Boy talks? It's like, oh, sumimasen. It's like, what's happened to you, mate? Have you spoken 40 a day? Literally, like. Yeah, then when he was like, I'm sorry for being weak. And then, yeah. Then, like, so it was really interesting, like, right at the end, where they're like, oh, Tanjiro's met Muzan, and Muzan's probably chasing him. But they're essentially saying, oh, we're going to use Tanjiro as bait to draw Muzan out. Like, shit, so they had an ulterior motive the entire time. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode. So, anyone else got anything to add? I feel like they've got time to now. It was really serious before and it's not now because it doesn't have to be. If that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like they probably learned from it. Yeah. Anything else to say about the episode? So, Ben, you want to rate first? Yeah? Why are you giving it an 8? Any reason? Okay. But you've given it a like a lower mark than Ben. Okay. So okay, I get it. Yeah. Myself, I give it an 8 again. Probably because they kind of flesh out the Hashras a bit more, and kind of the world. And I don't know how relevant it is about the Suguko thing. Well, they're like, this person is trained by a Hashira, so it makes them extra powerful quicker. But and as you said, but that might be a thing later on. So, but the fact that they came to like a conclusion, and they seem to be the best conclusion for the main characters as well. And then turns out it isn't. It's actually the worst. In the sense that they're going to use them as bait. I really like that. It's kind of like shows that the world itself is full of duplicity, and they're not out to get each other, but there is always like an ulterior motive, sort of thing. Good shit. Right, episode 24. This one's really short. Nice. We should bang this one out. Rehabilitation Training is the episode title. Rengoku lives on a mission believing an upper level 12 moon has been located. Murata visits Tanjiro, Inosuke and Zenitsu. Tanjiro and Inosuke begin rehabilitation training while Zenitsu rests but joins them 2 weeks later. Includes forcing them into stretchers, testing reflexes against Kanao and playing tag with her and Aoi. While they win against Aoi, no one can come close to defeating Kanao. After enough time of this, Zenitsu and Inosuke stop coming to training, not seeing the point as they can't win. As Tanjiro walks back to bed, he is met by the triplet girls, who admire how he keeps coming and tells them that Kanao uses total concentration breathing, constant, which means that she maintains the state all day and night, even when sleeping. Right now, he only does it when in battle, and it strains his body. The Hashiras and Kanao have mastered it, giving them their edge. He starts to work on mastering it, and the triplets tell him that Shinobi made Kanao breathe in special girds so hard they exploded. He also runs around the mansion's gardens and practices his sword drills. A few weeks later, he has noticed he has become stronger. That night, we're sitting on the mansion's roof. Shinobi joins him. Shinobi wishes him to entrust her dream with Tanjiro, that humans and demons can live peacefully. He extracts an angry scent from her, and she says her old sister was killed by a demon, and her revulsion for demons grows the more she sees the damage they cause. Yet her sister pitied demons, and though Shinobi tries, she can't feel the same. For her sister's sake, she'll find a way to live in peace with demons as she wishes, and never stops smiling, for her sister loved her smile. She had become tired of trying, but then Nezuko came, and Shinobi says she can feel at ease with Tanjiro to carry on her sister's dream. That's the end of the episode. Bang. Super quick. Not a lot happens. Bruh. I put kind of into the next episode I put this a lot more, but put Tanjiro the Lolly Slayer. So the first note I put is, Rengoku is powerful, because he's like, I'm going on a mission to kill this demon. Yeah. Well, not even just one of the 12, it's the upper 6. So yeah, it was that, and then kind of like, as we move on to the next scene, it's like, she says, "Oh, send Tanjiro back to the butterfly house." Or no, she appears or something. I was like, she's definitely gonna ara him. She's been trying to do it for a couple episodes now. And then Zenitsu being best whiny boy still. He will always be best whiny boy. This is why he's best boy. Because he's like commit seppuku. He's literally like commit seppuku. There's even a scene where Boy's like, I've never touched a woman, and he's like, or but never been touched by a woman, and Zenitsu's like, Nani? Yeah, that's why he's best boy. So we definitely had confirmation kind of towards the beginning of the episode that this is now the training arc. It wasn't clear before because they were kind of setting up the story for whatever it could have been, but now it's definitely a training arc. But like when they start training and those two come back, Zenitsu's like, what's been happening to you? And they come back really drained. I'm like, uh-oh, ara. Yeah. Then like this, do you know when they actually start, where we actually see them train and stuff with the cup thing, and Tanjiro's just getting soaked, and like it shows how far behind that those guys are, even though they are powerful, I guess, if they're kind of main characters. They're nowhere near where they should be, or where they need to be. Actually, there is a power gap. And yeah, I think even the lollies were better at breathing than him and Tanjiro, because they're like, hey, yeah, just do the breathing thing, and he's like, I can't do that, and they were like, but everyone can do it. Like, how are you gonna get outdone by lollies, man? Come on, step up your game, boy. And then yeah, there's a training montage, and then it went to the Ara backstory. And we find out that Shinobu's Onisan was a good lady, like Tanjiro was a good boy. And that pretty much sums up my thoughts and what I saw from the episode and what I got from it. Yeah, Joe, anything else? Cool, let's go on to the ratings. Yeah, any reason why? Hold on. 1 second, 1 second. Hold on. Pause. You can't hear me. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can actually hear you.
Yeah, there we go, I just dropped. I'm gonna have to, aren't I? 50 minutes, so 48. Yo, I just dropped out the call. So, wait, I need to, just wait for the stream to go live again. I'm gonna need you to repeat all of that, Joe. I was like, Kit was literally sat there and I was like, no, just stop for a second, just stop, no, stop, please, no. Okay, it's live again now. So you gave it a 7 out of 10, we got that. 7.5, okay, why? Yeah. Cool. So, what did I think of this episode? 24. I liked it. I think it's if I get what I give the last one, I think it was an 8. Yeah. I like this one, but it's a bit of a drop in quality, so I'm gonna say 7.5. Not a massive drop. It had Ara, so I'm always gonna be like, that's a great time. You know, give a couple bonus points, but and it had Zenitsu kind of getting back to his, you know, best self. It had all the things I liked, but then I don't understand why it had to explain Shinobu's backstory. I don't feel like I care enough. Is she going to be a really important character in the future? Maybe, but we've got 2 episodes. Yeah. So it's kind of like, if I'm going to look at it objectively, like, it's the wrong point to introduce something like that. They should have done it a couple episodes ago. I did like the training arc stuff though. Not sure about Tanjiro being a lolly slayer, but you know, maybe in 10 years he'll marry them, or 5 years because it's feudal Japan. But well, almost feudal, close to feudal than modern. Right. Okay, ready for the next episode? Episode 25. Suguku Kanao Suyuri. It's even got Yuri in the name. Tanjiro recruits the triplets to attack him with carpet beaters if he stops doing the total concentration breathing while he sleeps, which they do. Tanjiro recognises that the longer that he keeps his breathing up, the greater stamina boost he gets. He can now keep up with Kanao and explode a small gourd with his breath. Zenitsu and Inosuke watch, realising that they're being left behind. They ask Shinobu what Tanjiro is doing, and she encourages them by taunting Inosuke for not being strong enough to do it, and telling Zenitsu by saying she's his cheerleader. They join Tanjiro in his training. Kanao watches the boys train and flips a coin to determine whether she should join them, thinking back to her childhood. They lived in poverty and her father abused and starved her and her siblings to the point she broke. Even when her parents sold her into slavery, she felt nothing. A rope was tied around her and by her waist by a new owner, so she didn't run off. And he walked her. They were stopped by Shinobu and her older sister Kanai. Kanao didn't speak when Kanai addressed her, not have been given a name. Kanai felt sorry for her, so the siblings bought/stole Kanao and ran off with her. She was so broken that she had no will of her own, not even eating unless she was told to. Kanai gave her a coin so she could flip to help her decide things, which exasperated Shinobu, though Kanai told her a human soul would open up if given a chance. Kanao decides not to join the boys in their training by the coin. The reforged swords of Inosuke and Tanjiro are delivered to the manor, though Hagane Tsuka. Can you guys hear me? Everyone. Guys. Oh shit. Let's do it again. I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I think it's fine. Kanao decides not to join the boys in their training by the coin. The reforged swords of Inosuke and Tanjiro are delivered to the manor, though Haganezuka first chases Tanjiro around with the hatchet since he dared break the sword. The other sword forger, Kanamori, introduces himself, having made and remade Inosuke's swords. He's very mild-mannered until Inosuke uses a rock to chip them like his old ones were, and then he says he'll kill him, and Tanjiro has to hold him back. The next day in training, Tanjiro wins against Kanao, proving he's mastered total concentration, breathing constant. Zenitsu and Inosuke train even harder to catch up with him. Tanjiro is declared physically fit and asks Shinobu about his father's Hinokami Kagura dance, which he's never heard of, and his father's fire breathing, which he also doesn't know. She tells him there's a flame breathing, but those who practice it like Rengoku are very strict that their art must be called flame breathing, never fire breathing. She doesn't know the details and advises that he asks Rengoku next time he sees him. Tanjiro visits Nezuko, who has been asleep since her arrival at the manor, regaining her stamina. He's a little daunted by everything he must do. Help Nezuko, defeat strong demons and get their blood to Tamayo, but he thinks he hears the sleeping Nezuko speaking to him, encouraging him. On a steam train, a demon kills and eats the passengers. Episode 25 complete. So, it's the Ara Ara. It's the power of the Ara Ara. Because the Ara Ara is love. Ara Ara is life. So a canal. What do you mean? Yeah. I get that. I didn't think about that. I just thought he was a random guy. I think there are lots of Bleach references. That would mean Demon Slayer is canon within the Bleach universe, and that's a conversation for another time. So, I noticed that when they were playing tag, before he caught, what's her name, Kanao, it's like a time when he kind of almost touched her hand, and she was like looking at her hand. And I was like, you know, did he get her? Did he miss? But maybe it was the coin thing, as we found out after. Yeah. But yeah, Tanjiro, the lolly GS god, training with the lollies. No, Monitsu actually. Apparently, Monitsu. Yeah, all the canal back flashback scene was a bit sad. But you gotta have a traumatic past nowadays, or it doesn't count. Yeah. I liked how Shinobu was like, I don't know what's that role called, where it's like, don't speak to the princess that way. It's like the princess's retainer. Do you know? You know what I mean? It's like a trope. Like, you don't deserve to speak to the princess. Look at you, you scum. I've been the princess's best friend since she was 3 years old. Like, she definitely had that. And I was like, yeah, don't touch the Ara Ara Oni-san without permission. And then, like, literally, she is next level Ara Ara. She is like the progenitor of Ara Ara. She's like, ah. She's like the Muzan of Ara Ara. She converts people. I mean, you see how she converted Shinobu. And there's lots of foreshadowing about Kanao being a waifu in this episode. Yeah, no, he has put some decent effort in. I like the whole scene with the new swords as well. Like, as soon as they say Haganezuka, they're like, oh man, I'm so glad you're here. I really like you. And he's like, listen, you little shit. Listen, here, you piece of shit. And he's like, what? What do you mean? He's like, you broke my fucking sword. Get good. And he's... Yeah. Because that was something that was a problem at the beginning of the series, where they're trying to force it on Tanjiro, and he's not. He might be a comic relief because he plays a straight man. He's not, as in the funny character. That's Zenitsu or anyone else. Yeah. I liked how the well, I don't know if I did like it, but the Lolly Squad was still watching him sleep. Yeah, I bet they do. Fucking Lolly Squad. Lollies, I can't believe it. Fucking lollies. What? You want him 9? I thought it was quite interesting how, do you know, there was a difference between like flame and fire. Specifically, how the flame people. That's quite interesting. Other than that, the last thing that I can really mention is the whole thing about the train. And I literally put, there are no more bricks on this train. That's it. You know, Why are all these snake now? Yeah. Apart from that, there isn't really. Oh yeah. So when he puts the cup on Kano's head, instead of just throwing it on her, throwing the water on her, I was like, that's a head pat. But yeah, that's all my thoughts about the episode and shit that happened. Anyone else got anything else? Episode ratings? Yeah. Episode ratings, boys? Yeah, it's like no. I think the first one was a 7. You did 7. I was pretty sure you did. You've done a 7. You did 6.5, a 7, and a 7.5. This is the 4th episode, 5th episode, mate. I'm pretty sure one has been a 7. Hold on, I'm gonna check with the independent adjudicator. Okay, checked in with the adjudicator. Said, not that you can remember. So, you get this one. Joe? 7 as well. Yeah. So what was wrong with the episode to not give it an 8? So it's just storytelling. For myself, I think it's probably a 6. Like, stuff happened, but it was kind of like we're just seeing the fruits of their training, which we knew was going to happen anyway. Tanjiro was going to get the power up, he was going to get better. We learned about a backstory that I didn't really care about. You know, he started to have psychic visions of Nezuko talking to him like he's lost his shit. It wasn't a bad episode. I just think the quality dropped a little bit. So, yeah, we're ready to move on to the final episode of the podcast. Fantastic. So, here we go. Right. Still a bit of a bumper episode, to be fair. We're about a normal length now, so we've got one more episode. Then we've got to kind of conclude the show, give the show an overall rating. Yeah, that won't take too long. Anyway, new mission. Episode 26. A few months earlier, following Ruby's death, Kibutsuji summons the remaining lower 5 of the 12 moons. They enter a massive space warped and controlled by a demoness with a biwa. Kibutsuji has altered his appearance and aura to that of a woman, so they don't instantly recognise him. They kneel once they do when he commands it. Kibutsuji declares that he's disbanding the lower ranks, deeming them worthless. It has always been the upper ranks that have killed Hashiras and remain alive, while the lower ranks keep changing members and dying. He sets about killing them for various reasons. Lower 6 thinks disrespectful thoughts. Kibutsuji apparently can read minds. Lower 4 tries to plead that she isn't thinking about fleeing when she's a Hashira, even though Kibutsuji said, I've literally seen you do it. Lower 3 attempts to run away, obviously gets caught. And Lower 2 says that he can do better if he's given more of Kibutsuji's blood, and Kibutsuji's like, who the fuck are you? He asked the Lower 1 for his last words, and the Lower 1 says it's an honour to die by his hands, and thanks for killing him last because he got to see everyone else dying and all the brutalness of it. Deeming that the right answer, Kibutsuji infuses the Lower 1 with a large amount of his blood to strengthen him, and says that will give him even more blood if he can kill the demon slayer that wears the earrings. So obviously the boy Tanjiro. Present day. Akasugai Crow wakes Tanjiro, Zenitsu and Inosuke with an assignment. Go west to the Infinite Train where casualties are increasing and slay the demon there. Tanjiro encounters Genya from the final selection while walking, who has a larger and more muscular form, but Genya goes out his way to bump into and then ignore him. Tanjiro visits Aoi, thanking her for helping him, but she tells him not to. She claims to have survived the final selection by luck, and that she was too cowardly to go into battle. But Tanjiro says it doesn't matter since she helped carry them and he'll carry her feelings into the battlefield, touching her. He also says goodbye to Kanao, who flips a coin to determine if she should talk to him. When the coin lands right, she tells him goodbye and explains she uses the coin to decide things she hasn't been ordered to do, since she can't decide for herself. Tanjiro takes her coin and says if it lands on heads, she'll listen to the voice in her heart and make her own choices, and flips it. It lands heads. She asks how he made it do that, since she didn't see him cheat. Tanjiro smiles and said it just did, and he had flipped it as many times as it needed to land heads if it hadn't. Just before the boys leave, Tanjiro sees Giyu and thanks him for helping with Nezuko. Not sure how to thank him, Giyu tells him to thank him by doing good work, which Tanjiro promises. The boys make it to the train station, but Inosuke mistakes the Mugen train as a beast from the ruler of the land since it's so mighty, though Tanjiro says it may be a guardian spirit. Zenitsu calls them country bumpkins, telling them it's a train. They attract the police, essentially the police, and flee, deciding to hide their swords. The organisation isn't recognised by the government, which doesn't even acknowledge that demons exist, so they must keep a low profile. They outrun the police and jump onto the train as it leaves. Tanjiro has brought Nezuko, determined that they won't be separated again. On the train with them are Rengoku and the Lower 1 of the 12 moons. And that is the final episode of this series. What do we think? Yeah. Yeah, no, he did. Epic trap. I was really surprised. I was like, oh, maybe it's like someone else, you know, who's like possessed or something. Actually, turns out Muzan is a trap. And a really good trap at that. Like, could be a cam boy. Could work at Femboy Hooters. Of course he fucking would. It's cool. It was cool seeing right at the beginning that, like, Kanao, even though Tanjiro kind of finished the training, she's still really fast. You know, when they're playing the cup game and it's like 10 wins and 10 wins, and that, like, although she like got beat, she's not actually like losing to them, if that makes sense. Yeah. Hold on, one moment. Hey Joe. He says he's speaking, but I can't hear anything. If you drop out the call, then rejoin. If you can rehear. It just says you're speaking constantly. Can I kick him out the call here? Kick. Oh no, I don't want to kick you out the channel. Disconnect. There we go. Oh shit, I actually forced him out. There we go. No. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Basically, just had a solid green icon on Discord. Perfect time to plug our Discord, by the way. Link in the description below. Yeah, what we're talking about. Yeah, Michael Jackson is an epic trap. Femboy Hooters. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, so, right, what did you guys think about the power? Do you know when it was all the lower numbers, apart from, obviously, from Yuri, when they went in that room, and it was a woman on the like, Japanese guitar thing, the biwa, and it was like the drum guy on, like, fucking steroids. I was like... Yeah. Do you know, I'm like kind of giving it a Bleach reference again. It's like if that guy on the drums was a Shikai, like hers was the Bankai, like. No. So the biwa is one person that plays it. That's a I forgot what that one's called. Anyway, it was like when they introduced all the lower moons, I was like, fuck man. Like, you know something serious that's happening now. And then Muzan was having none of their shit. Like, he just killed lower moon 6. Like, straight away, he's like, you're done. And it's like, run my dude. when like, was it lower moon 3 was running away, I was just like, run my guy, do your best. Yeah, but I was like, try your hardest. Yeah, and then it's like, the guy started groveling, like, give me more power, and Muzan was like, bro, who the fuck are you to tell me, give me more power? Don't ever say that shit ever again. In fact, you're never gonna say it ever again. And then killed him. Brutal. Then yeah, yeah, it's just they all die apart from one. Because one is just like, oh, I'm so glad I'm gonna die. And Muzan was like, correct answer, you win a prize. Get some more powers. But like, he proper put a target over Tanjiro's head. Like a real target. It's just the humans in it. It's just the filthy Ningans. Yeah, basically. But I think ultimately I think he's like a eugenicist. Yeah. Especially when he's in his trap form. Sorry, that was so bad. Yeah, so one thing, like, kind of after that scene, how the Hasherers are talking to, no, when they get sent out of the mission, because I don't think the Hasherers are in it. Did they even get ranked up for all the kills they got? Because they were fairly high profile kills, weren't they? Especially Zenitsu. Yeah, weird. Big shrug. Hmm. And then yeah, they start talking about Oyakata starts talking about how Tanjiro's destiny might be to kill Muzan. Yeah, but it's a little bit obvious, isn't it? It's a little bit shit. Hmm. I think I dropped. Can you hear me now? No. Hey, I'm back. Right, I have no idea. I'm gonna restart my PC after this. Right, so yeah. Stuff about how Muzan's doing the job, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know how I felt about the scene where it's Tanjiro and Kano, and she's just going sayonara, sayonara, sayonara. I meant on Tanjiro's behalf, like she's saying goodbye, good riddance, I'll see you later, get out of here. And he's like, hey, hey. I don't know, man. In this day and age, like he'd get me too'd for it. Right. I mean, as I said, the waifu foreshadowing is even realer now than it was before. He's definitely going that way because he's being really forward about it, and then there's like a scene where you can see her go doki doki. Like if it was any other sort of, you know, if it was fluffy, if it was shoujo, it would be doki doki. But it's not. It's shonen, so no doki doki. And then, yeah, Tanjiro's just got to impress everyone. Best Boy's got to stop being so perverted. Ball Boy has grown up. The thing is, yeah, Manetta is trash though. Do you know what? I don't even think Sanji isn't a pervert. He's actually really respectful of women. He just wants to date them all. Yeah, no, I agree. But he hasn't met anyone. He hasn't met anyone though. Give him some. So the whole scene with Ball Boy being like, "Oh, so are you the master of the land?" Like to the train. It's so funny. The fact that they had to run from the police surprised me a little bit, because obviously they haven't talked about their interactions with normal society. But no, it was the police. They explicitly mentioned the police. No, but they still have to run from the police as well, is what I'm saying. Like the whole thing where they explain that they kind of operate outside of society. I get why, because they kind of explain that less and less people. But they're like like the Batman, they're a necessary evil. Not evil. Because Inosuke, Tanjiro lives in the mountains, doesn't he? If you look at where Tanjiro is from, right, in his life, it's like feudal Japan. Everyone lives in huts, in one hut per family. He sold charcoal, but then you go to Tokyo and there's neon lights. Do you know what I mean? There is a massive disconnect. So of course he's not going to understand. Obviously he'll know a bit more. Yeah, but the Hashiras don't care enough. Hashiras don't care enough, do they? Yeah, but if it's... But they don't know where they're from. Yeah. Yeah. Like, kind of rounding off the episode when they had to hide the swords, and Ball Boy's swords are just like sticking out his ass. Yeah. And then, yeah, it's just Best Boy Squad. Nezuko has to be there because he can never be separated from it, and he's going to save her. And then the last scene where you go down the train and you see the Flame Hashira and the lower one who's been juiced up because he survived, and it's like S2 is just going to be lit as fuck. Yeah, it's going to be lit as fuck. I think that's pretty much it. That is Season 1 of Demon Slayer. Yeah, so what do you guys rate this episode? Oh look, I want to go first this time. Actually, I want to go first. I'm putting my foot down. This episode was a solid 8.5. It's the best episode of the season. The beginning with Muzan fucking wiping the slate and being like, "It's time for war. We're gonna fucking kill these people," and he's essentially put a bounty out on Tanjiro's head. He means business. Do you know what I mean? He's not like, "Oh, he'll eventually get to me because this is Dungeons and Dragons or some shit." Like, no, he's like, "Do you know what? I'm fucking done. I'm fed up of you being shit." And he just killed people and was like, "You have one more chance because I like you. You're alright. Fucking murder him or die." Like, mate, that, and then the whole thing about, like, you know, Kanao becoming waifu. Like, it's just and then right at the end of the episode when they get to the scene with the Flame Hashira and the lower one, and it's perfect leading into Season 2. Like, it's just a great episode. Just a great episode. What do you guys rate it? Ooh. Why? Why 7? You dropped it 3 points. Again, that's just another reason why it is an 8.5 for me. Right. So, I guess it's time for the big rating. What did you rate the series out of 10? If you have to think of all the episodes, so from 1 to 26, give an average. You don't have to explain why, if you don't want to, because we've explained through each episode. If you want to give a quick overview, then fair play. You don't have to use proper mathematics, mate. If you want to draw up an average of all your scores, you can. Okay. Good score. That's a good score. That's a healthy score. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It was good. The whole, it had hype moments, but I don't think as a series it's anything special. But it's not even the time it took to get into it. Even when I did get into it, and I'm like, yo, that was sick. It was sick because I'm like used to the characters and stuff, not because it's mind blowing. Like, I've seen some anime in the past, and I feel like this is the point where we can start drawing, because we've seen it all, we can now start drawing conclusions and compare it to other things we've seen. Like, if you want to see something mind-blowing and different and something that kind of, not change things, but when you watch it, you're like, shit, this is really cool. Is it the Verdant planet on the Gargantua or something? Sorry, I'm just googling it. Gargantua. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, Gargantua on the Okay. Oh, Ben's gone. What? Is he back? Joe, are you there? Joe. Oh. So yeah, the anime kind of comparing it to is Gargantia on the Verdurous planet, which is like it's a kind of like a mecha sort of a shonen anime, but it was so weird and so different that like when you see it, like yeah, you can go like yeah, it was really average show, but because of all the elements it did that were so different and revolutionary. You can really bump the rating because it was new and cool. But with this, it's like, it's definitely themes that have been done before. It's very... Am I? Let's see if that... Has that made a difference? I just flipped that. Weird. But yeah, it was okay. 6.5. Anything else to say about it, guys? Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, anything else to say about it, guys? Before we finish this. Hold on, I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect. Can you hear me? Okay, is there anything else to say about the series before we're done for now? Well, we're done for now. So that's the end of this episode, guys. Thank you for listening. Yeah, we'll see you next week for the next season.